Because he died in '86 or whatever it was, you realise that you know, people who go that early, you know, if things continue on and stuff keeps happening, and you know, the vast majority of the bad seeds and the visibility of the kind of higher profile stuff that's happened with Nick and everything has happened since Tracy died, people tend to get lost back there, you know, and forgotten. It's just it's just the way things operate. So, and it becomes harder for people to understand the place that he had in the scheme of things. You know, it was difficult to explain to Richard Lowenstein when he was doing the documentary on Roland. You know, just how important Tracy had been, what a big figure he was in the scheme of things for us in all those early years when everything was kind of coming together. And he has been coming up a bit more again lately, which has been quite interesting, but people tend to not understand what his role was, which is also understandable because it was a kind of he was a very influential character just by virtue of the way he was, and obviously his playing and so forth, but it's very hard to kind of explain his role in the scheme of things. I mean, when we formed the Bad Seeds, when we started doing work with the Bad Seeds, it was kind of clear from the outset that Tracy kind of couldn't be there. My theory is Nick sort of needed to find his experiment with some things and push the boat out, as it were, and take some risks. And if Tracy had been sitting there sniping at him over his shoulder, he just wouldn't have done, he would have been too embarrassed to do some of the stuff that he tried. So we really, you know, because he was really, he was hugely respected, really, you know, he's a very cultured man, kind of fantastic character. You know, people sort of think he was this weird cowboy with a moustache and everything, but he was actually a very well-read gentleman and one of the funniest guys I've ever known, probably the funniest person I've ever known, actually. Even in the immediate aftermath of the birthday party, a lot of people would just say, oh, you know, so the three of you know, they'd sort of see who was writing the songs, and it was Nick and of course Roland, and I was writing a lot of the music in the birthday party. And they would assume that we were the three kind of driving forces, and it was just like, and it's just not the way, no, you know, it's not right, because half the stuff we were writing was because Tracy was going to play it on the bass. So then you've got a whole kind of different way into what's going on with the music. You know, so many of those songs are structured around the bass line, and you could just write a bass line and go, play that, Tracy, and it'd sound like $1 million. Just sound thunderous, and it was really inspirational. And it's really hard to explain, because it's about, you know, it's a band. It's about the chemistry of the band, and when there's a good one, that's, you know, there's nothing like it, nothing else like it.